Welcome back to my beanie because my quarantine hair is looking awful, and then also welcome back to another Madden 20 rebuild. Today it's going to be another realistic rebuild, this time of the Steelers. Before I begin this video though, I want to give a quick shout out to my friend JJ. He recently started uploading to his YouTube channel again. He's uploading Pokemon, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely go ahead and check him out. His link will be in the description. I think he's hovering around like 20 subscribers right now. I don't know exactly how much power I have, but it would be cool if we could try to get him to like 100 subs. I think that's a good goal to shoot for. But if you guys are not yet subscribed to my channel, and if you enjoy watching Madden 20 content in general, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below. And if you like this video in particular, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. And while you're down there, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, or check out my second channel, links are all in the description. I'm sorry for all that information, it just had to be said. But let's go ahead and start talking about the team. So the Steelers are a pretty good team still. 82 overall, 83 offense, 81 defense. Big Ben is the quarterback, but he won't be the quarterback much longer for us here. He's still pretty good, right, in real life, but he's going to regress terribly for us. I can probably have him for like 1 or 2 more seasons at most. I'm probably looking to draft a quarterback this year if possible. James Conner is the running back. He's definitely not a bad option, but I don't know if I want him being the starter this entire time. We'll have to see how he plays this year. Like, Kareem Hunt could be a player we sign this first season in the offseason, just because I think him and, James Conner on the same team would be pretty good. I don't think Benny Snell is a high enough overall to the point that I'd want to start him or anything like that. We'll have to see what happens with James Conner. I don't know how well he plays in Madden. Juju Smith-Schuster, though, the number 1 receiver, James Washington, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, all on the team. Claypool is a player I might eventually move to tight end. I don't know if I actually will. I know there was some speculation about him making that transition in the NFL, but he seems like a pretty good, prospect. I have him at star development here. It says hidden, but I have him at star. I think that's fair for him. I don't know how much, time he's going to get to play on this offense, just because we have pretty good receivers on this team who can develop for sure, so I kind of want to see what those guys do. The offensive line, Alejandro Villanueva is the starting left tackle. Steven Wisniewski, I guess, is on this team at left guard. We have Marquise Pouncey starting at center, David DeCastro at right guard, and then Matt Filer at right tackle. So a couple of these positions we definitely have to change on the offensive line. Eric Ebron is now on this team at tight end. He's definitely a solid option there. Defensively, this team gets actually really good on this side of the ball. Minkah Fitzpatrick was a really good player to go out and trade for. So the Steelers, of course, didn't have a first-round draft pick in this most recent draft. They used it on Minkah Fitzpatrick, which is a really good option in my mind. Minkah Fitzpatrick is a really good player. He played so well for the Steelers this season. Terrell Edmonds is the strong safety. Hopefully we can get him up in development a little bit. That would be pretty cool. Then the rest of the secondary, we have Joe Hayden, Steven Nelson, and Mike Hilton. So Joe Hayden's still a good cornerback. He's just old, so we're probably going to have to draft a new corner at some point or sign one in free agency. Steven Nelson is also a solid cornerback. He's 26 years old. He can probably stay on the team for a little while. And then Mike Hilton is a player I like having on the team. He normally goes up in development. He's a good nickel corner for us, so I'm good with that. The defensive line is good, anchored by Cam Hayward over here. I think he's an underrated player in the game. I feel like he should be like a 93 or a 94 overall. He's really solid at interior defensive end. And then we have Tyson Alualu at defensive tackle, I guess. He's 32 years old. That's a position we have to change. Stephon Tuitt, though, is a beast starting at left end. And then Bud Dupree and TJ Watt are going to be the edge rushers for this team. TJ Watt, though, of course, is a stud. 87 overall, superstar X Factor, still incredibly young, too. He's going to develop so well for us here. And speaking of development, we have Devin Bush at middle linebacker. I already know what his development is, but in case you guys don't, I won't say anything yet. Very fast, very athletic linebacker. He's going to develop incredibly well here. And then Vince Williams at the number 2 middle linebacker position. So the Steelers have a solid team. It's going to be a pretty fun rebuild, I think, because there are a lot of really young, talented players with good development traits on this team. If we can just fill a couple holes in this first offseason, I think this team can contend as early as next year. I don't know if they're going to contend this year. Sometimes the Steelers play well in Madden, but we'll see what happens. I feel like I look like a massive hipster right now with the beanie and my hair kind of tucked into it. My bad. It's just not something you probably want to see. But I will advance here. I'll let you know what the record is at midseason. Okay, so here at week 9, the team is 2-5. They're not playing well, but maybe this means we can tank for a good quarterback. I don't know. 6-2 for the Bengals, 5-2 for the Browns, 5-2 as well for the Ravens. Let's see what the team is looking like here and also expose those development traits. On the offense, we have Deontay Johnson's development trait not actually revealed. It's pretty close, though. He's getting there for sure. Chase Claypool, he does have star. I already said that, but his development is not revealed either, technically. And then Devin Bush has superstar development. I'm really excited to see what he can go up to on this team. Now, who do we have to bring back to the team? So Mike Hilton is here, and I think Hilton's going to be the only player we actually bring back. So that's pretty nice. We don't have to spend too much money here. Let me also tell you guys what the draft class is. I got a couple questions on the last rebuild about it. The name of the draft class is OSFX21. Now, it's not like a super popular draft class. At least when I downloaded it, I think it had like like 40 downloads or something like that. But it seems pretty decent to me, and definitely let me know if you think anything in this draft class should be changed. I know that Xavier Thomas's name was spelled incorrectly, so there's definitely a chance a bunch of other names could be spelled wrong. I saw that in the comments from the last video. I did recently change that. But also, before you guys comment about this, I know it says NA for some players' colleges. That just happens in this. It's really difficult to actually fix that. So I'm looking for things to change other than that. If the colleges are wrong, it's not that big of a deal. The team is not in the playoffs this season. Okay, we finished 5-11, so we were really bad. The rest of the AFC North, though, was very good. That's going to be annoying to compete with throughout the time of this rebuild. Oh, Big Ben, what is this? 3,068 yards, 18 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. What? That's a really bad season from him. James Conner wasn't all that good either. Okay, this team needs quite the overhaul at least. Deontay Johnson led the team in receiving yards with 751. 7 touchdowns for him, though. He still managed to have a pretty good year. The offensive line was pretty good aside from Matt Filer. Defensively, then, 130 tackles for Devin Bush with 7.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions. That has to be Defensive Rookie of the Year, but we have 18 tackles for loss for Cam Hayward, 17 for Stephon Tuitt, 12 sacks for TJ Watt. Love to see that. 2 picks for Bush, like I said before. Steven Nelson and Joe Hayden also have 2, and then Vince Williams, Terrell Edmonds, and Minkah Fitzpatrick all have 1. 1 defensive touchdown there for Minkah Fitzpatrick, 1 safety for TJ Watts, and no blocked kicks. Okay, so offensively, we were dead last, 4,453 yards. That is tragically bad. And then defense, we were 13th. That's actually not all that bad there. Cam Newton signs with the Giants, and they go 15-1. That's all the Giants need to become a Super Bowl contender, guys. They just need Cam Newton on their team, apparently. Nobody from the Steelers on this list, but AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Deshaun Watson. Nobody from the Steelers. Defensive Player of the Year goes to CJ Mosley. Devin Bush at number 2. He has to win Defensive Rookie of the Year then. I'm going to be pissed if he doesn't. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Joe Burrow. He's going to be annoying to deal with this entire time. We also have, though, Marshawn Lynch in there at number 6. Love to see him up there. Deontay Johnson at number 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Devin Bush. Nobody else, though, from the Steelers. Okay, so we're going to have to do a lot of work here on the offense specifically. The defense actually seemed pretty good. I'm not going to worry about that side of the ball too much here. We got the Packers and the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Okay, Super Bowl 54. I think the Ravens are going to win. Lamar Jackson is too broken. Let's see if they do end up winning. They do not. 26-17. The Packers were able to win. All right, did anybody go up in development here on offense? I highly doubt it. But Big Ben actually retired. So we're certainly looking to draft a quarterback this year if possible. I should have a pretty, good draft pick, so I think I should have my pick of quarterback. And then on the defense, anybody up in development? Devin Bush did not. I was hoping he might have, but it's okay. He has 2 more experience points. I don't think anyone here is up in development trait. Could be wrong, but actually Steven Nelson is up. I'm definitely wrong then. Steven Nelson now has star development. Joe Hayden might actually get cut from the team in a little bit, because we do have Justin Lane, who is young and could potentially take over for Joe Hayden. I don't know. Minkah Fitzpatrick's looking pretty good in the 88 up there. All right, so I'm liking what the team looks like. A lot of potential here if we can get a good quarterback. We might have to change some schemes and stuff like that too. We have $33.34 million now to spend in free agency, and the top player is Chris Jones. Oh, he's definitely a player I want. I think he should be here too. I'm pretty certain he got franchise tagged. And then Kareem Hunt's another player I think I'm going to go after. So we did not get Chris Jones. That makes me very upset. But we did get DeMar Dotson. Not necessarily that great, but he's at least a starting right tackle. I wanted Chris Jones so badly. I also went after Kareem Hunt, but we didn't get him yet. We'll hear back probably next week from him. We did not get Adam Butler either. Why can't I get a defensive tackle? What is happening? We at least got Kareem Hunt, though. Okay, so the running back position's looking a lot better. I still really wish we could have gotten Chris Jones. He would have made this team so nice on defense. But it's okay. We actually pick at number 6. Okay, so I do want a quarterback. I want Trevor Lawrence. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him, though. The Jaguars could potentially take Trevor Lawrence, and I don't want to trade up to number 1. If I can get past the Dolphins, I think we can get him. So Penn Sewell goes to the Jags. Now, the Dolphins just drafted Tua. They shouldn't go quarterback. I have seen them take Trevor Lawrence before, though. I could take Justin Fields if we don't get Trevor Lawrence. I think he would do just as fine. But I really want Trevor Lawrence. Do we trade up to pick number 2? I don't think I can make that move. That is not even close to being enough. I can't make this trade then. Only thing I can potentially offer, I don't want to give him a first next year, maybe a second next year. I'll try that. That's not even close. Okay, so we're going to have to advance. They're probably going to take Trevor Lawrence, but I really hope they don't. They actually go Patrick Surtain. Okay, good. I'm really happy they didn't go Trevor Lawrence. I don't think any other team should. So Gregory Rousseau is there. Xavier Thomas goes to the Buccaneers, and the Eagles are going to take Micah Parsons. Okay, so we can just get Trevor Lawrence. That's perfect. He falls to us at number 6. I love to see that. He's a 76 overall hidden development trait, ranked number 10. I feel like he should be a higher ranking than that. I feel like he's not the 10th best player in this upcoming class, but who knows. Hidden development trade, hopefully that's like superstar or something. That would be awesome for us. A 95 throw power, can move as well. He is our Big Ben replacement, and I think he's going to do super well. All right, now here in the second round, I should probably try to take an offensive lineman if there are any available. I could go Rondell Moore. Oh no, I don't need that at all. I'm not gonna look at wide receiver because I really don't need one. Maybe I go with guard or center. I might go with this guy. Jamari, is that Sailor? Is that how you pronounce that last name? He actually looks really good. I could go defensive tackle instead, but I might be able to land one of those guys later who could potentially start. We'll see how that goes. I don't really need a linebacker too badly right now. I think I can wait. Cornerback, I also don't really need. Free safety, I think I'm good with. That's Minkah Fitzpatrick. Strong safety, I could technically upgrade maybe a little bit, but it's okay. I'm going to go with... Why does that guy have a 6.2 combine grade? Hang on. Jonathan Mark? I don't know who this guy is. Is he just like super athletic for a kicker? Is Jonathan Mark even a person? I don't even know if this guy's a real person because I can't even find him if I Google Jonathan Mark. So I don't know. Maybe this draft class isn't full of prospects. Whatever. That just caught my interest. Anyway, though, I'm going to go with this right guard. Jamari, welcome to the team. He's a 72 with hidden. Oh, that's a really good draft pick. Rank number 51. That's actually kind of crazy that he's the 51st player in this class. This class seems kind of stacked then. But we take him at number 38. I would definitely do that again, and he can probably play right guard for us now. I'm going to take a defensive tackle here now. Let's see. This guy's talent is late 4th round. This guy's talent is also late 4th round. I'm going to take him. Welcome to the team. He's a 67. He also has hidden. Okay, so Aubrey Solomon is going to start this next season. That's cool to see. I think now then I'm just going to simulate to the end of the draft. Our next pick is in the 5th round. I'm just going to let the computer do all the work there. I probably couldn't do any better. That's usually why I simulate. There's not too much of a point of me taking players who I know nothing about. I'll just let the computer get that done. I think this draft went incredibly well for us, though. We got a franchise quarterback, a potential franchise guard. This guy looks really good. And this defensive tackle, based on how well he can develop, can probably start the rest of the time for us here. Obviously, I'll still look to improve defensive tackle if he doesn't develop well. But let's check out the rest of the class. So who went after us? Samuel Cosme went right after we did. Jamar Chase, the first receiver off the board, going to the Chargers. Dylan Moses goes to the Bills. And then Taron Vincent going to the Vikings. That rounds off the top 10. All right, so this is the team for the next season. Now, I think this team has far more potential than that first team did. I honestly would not be surprised if we made the playoffs. 83 overall, 84 offense, 83 defense. And we have a bunch of studs on this roster. Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback now. He is going to develop into a god, hopefully. I'm going to do my best to get the quarterback upgrade this season if I'm able to. And we also added Kareem Hunt at running back. He should go off for us. Juju Smith-Schuster, James Washington, Deontay Johnson, the same receivers that Big Ben had this past season for us. The offensive line got a bit better, I guess, because we do have Sailor starting. I'm just going to pronounce it like that, even if it's not Sailor. It could be Sawyer. I don't know exactly. I'm actually just going to call him Jamari. That's his first name, and it's easier to pronounce. So Jamari is starting at right guard. DeMar Dotson is starting at right tackle there. Eric Ebron is still the tight end. Defensively then, we're going to have Solomon start at defensive tackle. Let's see what he can do. Hidden development trait. He has a potential to go up a lot. It would be pretty cool if he can. That's the team, and I definitely think that team can do fine. We are in quite a tough division, seeing as how the Bengals played last year. The Ravens are normally good, and the Browns are insane. So this division's kind of tough. So let's see what the record is at midseason. All right, so here at week 9, the team is 4-4, so playing much better than we were last year at this point. But that is good enough for last in the division. The Ravens are 7-1, Browns and Bengals both 5-2. Hopefully we can play well the second half of the season here, but I feel like even if we do, we're not going to make the playoffs because of the division we are in. But Trevor Lawrence has superstar development here in this draft class. I think that's pretty fair for him. This offense is looking insane. It's completely star-studded. That's cool to see there. And then defensively, this guy's development is still not revealed. That's fine. Oh, this guy has hidden development too. Julius Welshoff. Okay, that's interesting, but the team's still looking good to me. I definitely think we can make the playoffs, at least in the next couple of seasons. Also, Juju Smith-Schuster has a chance to break out, which is pretty cool, because he'd go up to X Factor again. I'm pretty sure he had X Factor right at the start of the year. He doesn't anymore, though. He's not going to do this. He needs 200 plus yards or 4 touchdowns. Let's just advance quickly to see if he can. I know I'm wasting some scouting points, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's see if he can go up in development here. We lost the game, so I doubt he did anything. Yeah, no, he didn't go up in development. I didn't think so. But we do have to negotiate with some players here. Juju Smith-Schuster is actually one of those players. James Conner is interesting because I don't really need him on the team anymore now that we have Kareem Hunt. Alejandro Villanueva is still a pretty good left tackle. I should probably bring him back to the team. So I think as of now, I'm going to bring back Juju Smith-Schuster and Villanueva. I don't know if I want Cam Hayward back. Cam Hayward's a really good player. but he's going to regress really badly. I don't know if I want him back for 3 years. I might wait till the end of the season, then he might be asking for like a 1-year contract at that point. So Villanueva did not accept. I'm actually going to do the same thing with him. I'm going to wait until the end of the season and then figure out what I want to do. All right, so the team did not make the playoffs, but how did we do? We finished 8-8. So not horrible, definitely some improvement. The Browns were also 8-8, but the Ravens 14-2, the Bengals 6-10. How did Trevor Lawrence do though? 4,261 yards, 32 touchdowns, 14 picks. Okay, that's a good rookie season to have. I think he can improve even more from that. Hopefully he won Offensive Rookie of the Year too. Kareem Hunt was really solid. 15 rushing touchdowns, almost 1,100 yards. Eric Ebron had a really good season. 95 catches, over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Deontay Johnson, 8 touchdowns. Juju Smith-Schuster also gets 8. The offensive line played super well. Okay, so the offense seemed good. Maybe it was the defense then that didn't do well, but 111 tackles here for Devin Bush. We have 15 tackles for loss for Cam Hayward. We have 10 sacks for TJ Watt. Interceptions, there's 2 for Terrell Edmonds, 1 for Devin Bush, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Joe Hayden, and Steven Nelson. No blocked kicks or safeties, but we do have a touchdown from Minkah Fitzpatrick. We were 8th in the NFL in offense, so that was all the way from last year. And then we were 7th in the NFL in defense. 8th for points scored too, not too bad. Mitchell Trubisky wins MVP, because of course he does. Anybody from the Steelers? No, I don't see anyone. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson. Maybe Trevor Lawrence is here. He's actually on the list at number 9. Defensive Player of the Year goes to CJ Mosley, but we do have TJ Watt at number 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Justin Fields, who's on the Patriots. Trevor Lawrence at number 2, so close to winning the award. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Trey Dean. Aubrey Solomon, though, at number 4. Maybe he can go up pretty well then in his overall, because he's at least on that list. But sadly, we didn't make the playoffs or anything this year. Let me spend my coach experience, then I'll simulate to the Super Bowl. So the team's overall is actually looking really good right now. I think this team can probably make the playoffs this next season. We're in 86, 87 offense, 85 defense. Depends on how we draft. Let me scout quick, and then I'll sim by the Super Bowl. All right, so the Giants and the Chiefs are in Super Bowl 55. Let's advance here, see if we can win. Not we. What? I'm not in the Super Bowl. Let's see who wins. The Giants are going to win 35-17. Now, let's see if anybody went up in development trait. Trevor Lawrence, potentially. He did not go up, but that's fine. I'm surprised Eric Ebron didn't go up. What more does he have to do? He had such a good season here for us. That's insane. All right, so the offense is still looking pretty good. We do need a new right tackle, though, which is fine. And then on the defensive side, anybody here up in development trait? I think Bud Dupree might be up to star. I don't think he had star last year. I think Joe Hayden might be off the team here in a second. We do save a little bit of money by cutting him. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Let me see how the draft pans out first, and then I'll decide. But the team's still looking really good in my eyes. We just need a new right tackle, and I think we can fill that either in free agency or the draft pretty easily. But Cam Hayward is still a really good player, man. I want him back on the team. I might just tag him. I'm going to franchise tag him. So he's probably not going to accept that. Let's just give him a franchise tag. 17.6 million. I think that's worth it for 1 more year of Cameron Hayward. And then Alejandro Villanueva, I want to give a contract to. I just want him to have a 1-year contract. Let's just make this 1 year. Maybe he'll come back to the team for that. No, he's going to test out free agency too. Okay, well, I'm going to have to figure out how to get him back on the team. It shouldn't be too hard, though. Also, I think Derek Watt was there. I probably could have given him a contract. I will here in free agency. We have $29 million. Let's see who we can, bring onto the team. Christian McCaffrey? Why is Christian McCaffrey a free agent? I'm good with Kareem Hunt. It's just funny to see him here. Actually, I'm going to give Christian McCaffrey an incredibly small contract. And if he accepts, we're going to have the most insane running back trio of all time. I know this isn't realistic, but it's also a video game, so we're going to do it here for the memes. But Kenny Clark is a player I am definitely going to pursue. We did not get Chris Jones. I'm going to do my best to get Kenny Clark. That's a bit insane, but let's try to bring him on the team if we can. All right, let's see who we got on the team here. We got Kenny Clark and we got Alejandro Villanueva. The funny thing with Villanueva is that I gave him a much smaller contract to the one that he rejected. So I'll always take that. But no word from Christian McCaffrey yet. Is he getting any other contracts? He is. He's going to go to the Patriots. I don't want that to happen, but I probably can't prevent that one. I'm actually really looking forward to this draft here. I think we can play this one super well. I'm going to advance straight to pick number 16, where I want to take a cornerback. Please don't tell me that's the final cornerback. There was a couple who looked really good, and I hope I can at least land one of them, because there were so many corners here, and there is still one left. I'm very happy that there's still at least this guy left. So DeMarcus Allison is going to be the selection here. Welcome to the team. 77, and he has normal development. Why does he have to have normal? Man, that's so unfortunate, but he still looks like a really good player, so I'm glad that we have him. I'm sure the guy who went a pick before has hidden, which is so frustrating, but it's okay. It's fine. We'll make him work. Hopefully he can go up in development at some point. That would be really cool. But now in the mid-second round, let's see who we can land. So the next player I want is supposed to go in like the 4th round, so I'm actually just going to trade this pick away. Let's see what we can get. I doubt we can get a first next year, but if I can at least get a second next year, I'll be happy. I think the Lions were offering a second next year. Yeah, and the Lions are usually not too good in this game, so I'll definitely take that. Get some more, selections for next year. Now let's advance to the 3rd round. And with this pick, I'm going to go with Derek Culliver. Pretty decent looking left tackle. Welcome to the team. He's a 67 with normal development, but he's not too bad. Maybe he can develop beneath Villanueva there. But in the 4th round, I don't know exactly who I'm going to take it. I have a bunch of players on my draft board who I definitely want. Let's see, though. So I have somebody who's supposed to go, actually a couple people who are supposed to go undrafted who look really good. A couple fullbacks, because I forgot to bring back Derek Watt. That's on me. But then we have this undrafted right tackle who looks really good, and I definitely want him. I'm going to take this middle linebacker first, though. Darren Majette. Welcome to the team. He's a 66, but he actually has hidden. Okay, I don't mind this guy being on the team. Maybe even starting behind Devin Bush, because that guy actually seems pretty decent. And then here in the 5th round, I'm going to take that right tackle. Hopefully he doesn't go. He's projected to go undrafted. I don't think that's him. That guy's a 71. I don't remember the guy's name. Please don't be him. It is not him. Good. So Parker Ward, welcome to the team here. He's a 68 with normal. The thing is, this guy might have to start, but he actually looks really good. If his awareness was a little better, this guy would definitely be well into the 70s. He's not that bad of a player. I think he can start at right tackle for us. And now in the 6th round, I'm going to try to take a fullback if I can, because like I said, we don't have Derek Watt anymore, so we're going to go with the best looking fullback, and that is Kevin Humes. Welcome to the team, my friend. He's a 67, and he has hidden development trait. It's exactly what I wanted. 88 lead block? 82 trucking? Yo, this guy's a beast. He's a great fullback to have on your team. I wonder if you can still cheese the system in this game and move fullbacks to tight end and then trade them. I know that was a thing back in the day. I could go with another fullback. I'm going to go with one more. Irvin Golden. He's a 66 overall. I don't know, man. Maybe one of those guys will actually be a backup tight end. I think that draft went pretty well. I'm sad I couldn't get that other corner. I know I would have went with that other corner who I think the Dolphins took if that guy and Allison were both available, but I'm happy with this draft. We drafted everybody in the 60s. Most of those guys, actually every one of those guys is above a 65. So that's actually a really good draft then. But I definitely need to check out that cornerback. But first, who's the best player in the class? A bunch of 77s. One of those guys is the corner. Also, our corner is a 77. Devon Widemer is a 77 with hidden. Okay, let me see what his development trait is. I really wanted this guy. And he only has star. Okay, so it's not that bad that I missed him, but obviously I'd still rather have that guy. Artemis Vincent, or Artemis Vincent, however you pronounce that, looked really good too. He had A- man coverage, and it's an 82. That's funny. What is his development trait? He was probably the best corner in the class, but let's see. He has star as well, so he's not that great. So there were a lot of cornerbacks who were supposed to go in the 1st round, but none of them really looked all that good. I'm still glad we were able to get one of them, though. I'm actually just going to cut Vance McDonald because we save a lot of money, and he's down to a 75. But also, at some point, the team signed Albert Okwuegbunam. I don't know when that happened, but I guess he's going to be the backup tight end. I'm going to try to move Golden to tight end. He's only 6 feet tall, but I don't really care. Maybe he can be like a blocking tight end for us here. He is number 42, so he definitely has that blocking tight end number. He's a 60. So he's really not good. He's a much better fullback than he is a tight end. But you know what? We used a draft pick on him. We're going to keep him on the team. I'm also going to have Ward start at right tackle, and then this is pretty much going to be the team. I actually think this team can make the playoffs. I know I said that last year, but I thought it last year, and I think it again. This team still looks really good to me. On the defensive side, it looks like this. I'm actually going to start Majette. Why not, right? He's a 66 overall, I get it, but he does have hidden. And Devin Bush is going to be getting a lot of the tackles and snaps and stuff in general in defense, so I don't mind starting Majette next to him. Kenny Clark is now on the team too. Like, this team does look really solid, and hopefully these young players can go off again. All right, what's the record of the team looking like here at week 9? We are 7-1. Awesome. The team's actually playing well this season. I love to see that. 5-2 for the Browns, 4-3 for the Ravens, 3-4 for the Bengals. And there's a dog outside. Always what happens, man. I swear, like, every single one of my neighbors, I'm pretty sure, has about like 4 dogs. There's pretty much always a dog barking. That's just all you need to know. But on the offense here, Trevor Lawrence is up to an 86, another experience point for him. Look at that. Humes is up to a 70 with another experience point. I'm going to use it right now. He's going to be a 71. This guy's a stud. He's actually one of the better fullbacks I've seen this year, like for sure. But I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in the day, like a year or two ago, I'd pretty much always draft a fullback, like every single draft, because they were very easy to find. I remember there would be like 85, 84 overall fullbacks in the drafts. That was just hilarious. It was like my thing. I'd literally always draft one. I was the best fullback drafter on YouTube for sure. But let's continue going over the team. What about on defense? What is it looking like over here? Looking pretty solid. Majette has star development. He's up to a 69 overall. Quite nice if you ask me. But let's go ahead and see who we have to bring back to the team. So TJ Watt needs to come back to the team. I gave him his 5th year option this past season, so we got him for 1 extra season at least. But I really want TJ Watt long term, but he's expensive. Same thing with Minkah Fitzpatrick. David DeCastro is a guy I should probably bring back. Oh, this is going to be interesting because there are a lot of players here, and I'm not sure how much money we have. Oh, this is going to be a lot of money. But TJ Watt's like one of the most important people on this team. We have a ton of money. Okay, that's actually massive. But yeah, TJ Watt's like one of the most important people on this entire team. He has Superstar X Factor, and he wants to improve the bonus. All right, that's fun. Let me go ahead and negotiate with all these people. I'll let you know who I get. Okay, so right now, I didn't actually sign back that many people. I got David DeCastro, I got Minkah Fitzpatrick, and I got Marquise Pouncey. Everyone else, I'm actually okay with waiting on just to see how they play this season. But TJ Watt, I will definitely try to bring back next week. All right, so we made the playoffs this year. Got a first round bye too. We went 12-4. The Bengals tied 3 times. Has that ever happened before? That's insane. 7-6-3. What a weird record. And they somehow managed not to tie to any of us, which is interesting. But Trevor Lawrence might be MVP. What is this season? 4,300 yards, 37 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. What a crazy year. Kareem Hunt was dominant as well. 1,352 yards, 10 touchdowns, almost 6 yards per carry. Juju Smith-Schuster, there we go, going off for us. Almost 100 catches, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. Eric Ebron had a good season. He might have actually just deserved a contract right there. James Washington, 6 touchdowns. Deontay Johnson only gets 3. The offensive line is doing their thing. Look at that. Parker Ward, the 68 overall right tackle, only letting up 7 sacks. Love to see it. 113 tackles here for Devin Bush with 8 sacks, 3 picks, 12 tackles for loss. Okay. Another Defensive Player of the Year caliber season for him, for sure. We have 13 tackles for loss for Cameron Hayward. We have 10 sacks for TJ Watt. We have 7.5 for Bud Dupree. This team is getting a lot of pressure, and I love it. Steven Nelson, 4 picks, 3 for Devin Bush, 2 for Minkah Fitzpatrick, Terrell Edmonds, and DeMarcus Allison. 91 tackles for him? Maybe that's enough to go up in development. We have a pick from Majette, and we have a pick from Mike Hilton as well. We have no touchdowns or blocked kicks, but we do have a safety from Terrell Edmonds. 3rd in the NFL on offense. Okay, that number is looking really good to me. And then 8th on defense. Let's go. The team is playing very well. My phone also vibrated. Apologies if you could hear that. But Trevor Lawrence at number 2 for MVP. Lamar Jackson at number 1. I'm just going to move my phone. I'm getting too popular. No, I don't know. It's just a group chat that's just kind of going off here. Anybody else from the Steelers? No, I don't think so. Christian McCaffrey on the Patriots at number 8. That is a painful sight to see. Him and Justin Fields in the backfield at the same time. That seems pretty electric, and that would be actually really fun to watch. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Lamar Jackson. Trevor Lawrence at number 2, though. Defensive Player of the Year is CJ Mosley. Devin Bush at number 2. Very close to winning that once again. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Felix Shaw, but Kevin Humes, our fullback, at number 2. Or Humes. I don't know how that's pronounced. I'm going to go with Humes. But he's at number 2. Irvin Golden at number 6. Is he the other fullback that I moved to tight end? I don't remember. Defensive Rookie of the Year actually goes to our middle linebacker. That's massive. DeMarcus Allison's there at number 2. He's the cornerback we drafted. Okay, this team actually looks really good right now. That draft class turned out to be really nice for us. Let's advance by the week here quickly. I'll spend the coach experience before we get into these games. But who do we have to take on here? We actually have to go up against the Patriots. But we're in 88 overall. 88's across the board. I love to see it. But let's see if we can take down the Patriots. They're in 85. We are in 88. We do have the overall advantage. Also, my controller is still busted, so I'm not going to hop into any of these games. If you watch my most recent videos, you might know that my controller is busted. I think it's in my most recent video, I mentioned it. I can't really play any games because the buttons are all messed up, but I'm just going to advance by this one here, and we actually win 38-21, and now we have to go up against the Ravens. They're in 88 overall as well. This is going to be a really tough game. The Ravens are a dominant team. And let's go straight to the Super Bowl. Let's see if we can win this game and go to the Super Bowl. And we cannot. We lose in the AFC Championship game. That would be a crazy game to watch. The Steelers versus Ravens AFC Championship game. Anyway, though, Super Bowl 56 between the Giants and the Ravens. Let me spend the scouting points, and then we're going to see who wins. All right, so let's see who wins Super Bowl 56. My money is on the Giants, actually. Let's go with them. They are going to win. They actually crushed the Ravens, 42-21. Let's see who's up in development trait, though. Trevor Lawrence, please give me X Factor. You do have X Factor, so does Juju Smith-Schuster. Okay, awesome. Awesome upgrades here from the offense. What about on defense? Majette, give me Superstar. No, he does not, but he has 3 more experience points. I'll take that for sure. Devin Bush is up to a 94 overall as well. That is insane. Okay, now I don't think anyone's up in development here. I could be missing people. Happens all the time to me. But let's see who we have to bring back to the team. I know that Cam Hayward is here. What is he down to in overall? I didn't actually notice there. He's an 83. I don't really want to bring him back for 2 years, to be honest. I'd give him a 1-year deal of about that much. He's going to test out free agency. Okay, maybe we can snag him in free agency. But Eric Ebron, I don't want you for 4 years. I'll bring that down to like 2. If you accept that, fine. If not, maybe we can try to tag you. It's only $9 million. Yeah, I'm definitely going to franchise tag you. You've been doing well for us. Now, James Washington is a good receiver, but I feel like we can replace him pretty easily here. Bud Dupree's also been playing well. I'll try to give you that base contract if you want it. He wants to test out free agency as well. Okay. I don't want to be too aggressive with these people because I feel like I can find replacements pretty easily here in free agency, so I'm actually going to go that route. Those players are good for sure, but I want to see if I can find, better options. $50 million to spend. We also have a lot of money, so I was also kind of guiding what I wanted to do. And Davante Adams is here, and he's a 98 overall. I think it'd be stupid not to get him on the team. We can have him and Juju Smith-Schuster, and then Deontay Johnson on the team. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. I also see Braden Smith down there, who I'm certainly going to go after, and he can probably play left tackle. This is a big contract, but Davante Adams is a 98 overall, and I really want him on this team. We're going to give him a lot of money. I'm only going to go like one more year anyway, so I don't mind giving him this contract. I'm just going to keep going up as much as I can. This is going to be a really big free agency period for us, I think. I'm probably going to go after Von Miller as well, and Braden Smith. This is going to be fun. Okay, who did we get? We got Davante Adams, we got Von Miller, and we got Braden Smith. Okay, man. This team is looking so good. I could definitely use a safety because Terrell Edmonds is no longer with us. He's in free agency. Didn't die or anything. That sounded weird. But let's see if we can get a safety here in the draft. This guy looks good. Late first round projection, but late first round talent. Maybe? James Bauer. Early first round projection. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get him. So we're not able here to get Terrell Edmonds. That's okay, though. I think I can get a replacement like that guy I mentioned in the draft. Or I could try to get a cornerback and potentially move one of our corners up to safety. That might be an option. Ed Hill looks pretty good. Early first round talent, late second round projection. Yeah, I'll take that guy. He's probably going to have normal development, though. What are these cornerbacks right now, dude? This guy looks good, too. All right, so in the draft here, we do have pick number 30. I'm going to advance directly to that pick. And I think here we can take that cornerback I was talking about earlier. I at least think I'm going to leave that part in the video. But this cornerback looks incredible. Ed Hill, early first round talent, late second round projection. You know what? We could wait. I don't think I'm going to. I think I am just going to take that guy. But let me just see if there's anyone else I'd rather have. And there really isn't. Ed Hill, welcome to the team. He does have normal. I figured he would. And why does it just say Ed? Ed is ranked number 5 in true value. What? His name is just Ed, apparently. But this guy's incredibly fast, has great acceleration and agility. He's going to be a really good cornerback for us. I'm excited to have him on the team. And then I think I'm going to take a safety here in the second round. John Shea, welcome to the team. This guy also looks pretty good. 72, and he does have hidden. I think this guy is going to start at strong safety. I'd rather have that than the cornerback. Because that guy could have, like, X Factor or Superstar. I doubt he has X Factor, but he could have Superstar, and that would be a really good pick for us. Everybody on my draft board is gone. That's okay. Who should we take? Let's find somebody with a good combine grade. Why not, right? This guy's a 6.6 combine grade? Yeah, you're on the team. He's a 75 with normal. Yeah, that guy's really good. Okay, he's number 69 as well. Blindly drafting a number 69. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. All right, let's quickly go through this draft. I think I did a pretty good job here once again. Sadly, though, a bunch of normals again, but at least we have one hidden development guy. Not too bad there. Let's see who the best player in this class was, though. It was a 78 overall right end, Jose Garcia. Then a right tackle, Eli Perry, looks really good. James Bauer went number 1 overall. This safety looked incredibly good, too. He's a really good looking player there for the Rams. Now, I kind of need a new right end. I can move Solomon over there, but let me just check out free agency real quick just to see if there's anybody like in the 80s who I can potentially sign over there. DeAndre Swift is a free agent. So is J.K. Dobbins and Henry Ruggs. What is wrong with these teams? They just don't bring back their players. Noah Spence is a 75. Could go after him. Trey Hendrickson doesn't really fit over there. He's more of a speed guy. Yeah, defensive tackle, Gerald McCoy, Damon Harrison. All right, I'm just going to move Solomon over to defensive end. So the team here for what will likely be the final season is an 89 overall, 91 offense, 87 defense. This offense is still tremendous. We added Braden Smith. We added Davante Adams. So we even got better, which is phenomenal. And then on the defensive side, we added Von Miller. We got a little bit better in that regard. We did lose Cam Hayward, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. I still think this defense is really good. Devin Bush is up to a 92. Kenny Clark's a 94. Minka Fitzpatrick's a 91. TJ Watt's a 92. So many really talented players here on both sides of the ball. But let me change around the specialist tab, and then I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Okay, so we made the playoffs. We got a first round bye, and we won in week 17. So you guys all know what that means. The undefeated dream is alive. Very close, but we went 13-3. So did the Browns. What a division there. 8-8 for the Bengals, 5-11 for the Ravens. Trevor Lawrence, I wouldn't be surprised if he threw for like 5,000 yards with the options he has on this team. 4,700 yards, 38 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Another MVP caliber year for him. Kareem Hunt, 17 touchdowns. Benny Snell even got 9 as a backup there. 1,120 yards for Hunt too. Juju Smith-Schuster needs to chill out. 114 catches, 1,565 yards, 16 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, 12 touchdowns. Best wide receiver duo in the league, I'm sure by far. Almost 100 catches for Adams as well, 1,119 yards. Blocking-wise, the offensive line was doing pretty well. Braden Smith wasn't too bad in the transition to left tackle there. 109 tackles for Devin Bush. We have 16 tackles for loss for Kenny Clark, who got 10 sacks. 9.5 for TJ Watt, 8.5 for Stephon Tuitt, 5 for Von Miller. 4 picks for Mike Hilton, 2 for Devin Bush and Minkah Fitzpatrick, 1 for Darren Majette, DeMarcus Allenson, Ed Hill, and Justin Lane. We have no touchdowns, but we do have a safety down there for Majette, and we have 3 blocked kicks. Okay, so offensively, we were 3rd in the NFL in terms of yards. Defense seemed pretty good, maybe top 10. We were actually 14th, okay, so not horrible, but I think it went down from last year. Trevor Lawrence at number 4, though, for MVP. Almost winning that one again. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick Mahomes. Trevor Lawrence, though, at number 3 there. Defensive Player of the Year is Malik Harrison. Okay. Nobody from the Steelers. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Devontae Spikes. Nobody from the Steelers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jaden Womack. Ed Hill and John Shea at 2 and 3. Best quarterback in the AFC is Baker Mayfield. Trevor Lawrence, though, at number 3. Best running back is Kareem Hunt. Love to see that. Best wide receiver is Juju Smith-Schuster. Devontae Adams at number 4. Best offensive lineman is Quentin Nelson. David DeCastro, Braden Smith at 3 and 4. Marquise Pouncey at number 7 as well. Best offensive lineman is Myles Garrett. We have Kenny Clark, though, at number 5. Best linebacker is Malik Harrison, but we do have TJ Watt at number 5 there. Best defensive back is Byron Jones. Mike Hilton at number 2. Best kicker, Harrison Butker, but Chris Boswell at number 3. Love to see it, but let's advance by the week and see who we have to take on. We have to go up against the Browns. Okay, 13-3 for them. I already pointed that out before. We're probably going to lose here because they're insane. They're an 88 overall. Oh no, I'm not looking forward to this game. I know we have 8,000 coach experience. I'm just going to advance by the game, though. Go straight to the conference championship. Did we win? We did not win, 35-13. Unfortunately, the rebuild's going to come to an end here. Like I said earlier, I didn't want to hop in because I don't think I would have been able to really play. But let's see who wins Super Bowl 57, the Patriots or the Panthers. I think the Patriots are going to win. They have a really good team at this point. And they do win, 28-21. And now, let's check out some developments and development trade upgrades and whatnot. On the offense, I don't think we have anyone going up in development. It's okay, though. What about on the defensive side? That strong safety only has star. It's okay, though. Kenny Clark is actually up to X Factor, which is pretty cool to see. I don't think anyone else is up in development or anything like that, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.